Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
This video is brought to you by Apex Gaming PCs. If you're interested in getting into DCS, don't forget to check out Apex Gaming PCs. This is where I got my laptop. It's a great place to customize your own build with your own budget. Now available with A-Firm, so you can pay as you go and it doesn't hurt your wallet. Alright guys, don't forget to check out Apex Gaming PCs. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are here in the F-15. We're fighting an F-14. Instead, this time it's an Iranian F-14, and I don't know if you guys remember, but a little while ago we did videos talking about how the Iranians had put Russian missiles onto their F-14s, R-27s, R-77s. It's not that much of a stretch to imagine that maybe they got the Archer onto there as well, the R-73 Archer. So that's what we're gonna fight today. It's an F-14 with an Archer, although he doesn't have the helmet-mounted sight, but you know, we'll talk about that in a bit. Into the merge here, looks like we're going for the vertical. Alright, so as we come into the vertical, he's going to get nose on, so I'm going to start flaring. Identifying that I am in an IR-WES. We're going to flare that off. There's a missile that'll miss. And into the merge once again. This time I'm going to try to take him to circle, it looks like. But yeah, he doesn't have a helmet-mounted sight, so he can't actually cue the Archer off bore sight. But theoretically, if he does get tone and he fires it, his missile can turn a lot better than mine. So it's a lot harder for me to, you know, be evasive and try to out-turn the missile or something. His missile can turn a lot better than mine, for example. I'm only firing the 9M, right? So important to keep that in mind. Looks like he's trying to use a bit of the vertical. He's identified the fact that I'm slow. So he's using vertical to try to... Well, as soon as I said that, he's now coming down to the horizontal fight. We're dragging it down to the floor. I think he, you know, had more of an advantage in the vertical he could have used there. But I understand what he's doing. He just converted that for a raid fight, considering how slow I was. He's absolutely ripped around the 2 circle here. And he's got a missile off and it's tracking!
Left engine fire.
Yeah, you see those missiles turn, man. The Archer turns. Turns really, really well. Excellent kill. It's hard to be mad about that. Now the F-14 is very much a, you know, capable dogfighting platform still. It's still not bad. Especially if you start putting a little bit more advanced missiles on there. Like imagine if you had an F-14 with the Archer and also gave it a helmet mounted sight so that you could cue it off bore sight. You know, imagine that. It brings the F-14 to be competitive again, sort of, in dogfights. It could be interesting, even in a modern environment. Into the merge here, and we're gonna use a little bit more of the vertical here. Just gotta be super careful with the F-14's nose, even at times. Like, you know, it's an F-14 at the end of the day. The thing actually has pretty decent AOA, and you gotta be careful with it. I am keeping a little bit more speed this time because he does seem to be favoring this vertical fight that he keeps doing. So I kind of maintained my speed a little bit, kind of guessing that he would want to do this. And man, just consider the fact that F-14s are still in service, whatever condition they're in. Like, it's still flying, it's still a combat capable aircraft, you know? It tells you so much about the F-14. Such a beautiful bird. I swear the day that the last F-14 is retired is going to be a sad, sad day. We're still in this vertical fight. Couple of flares there just because I thought I was in an IR-WES, and he might be able to get his nose on here and get an Archer off, so we got to be careful. Yeah, there's one right there, and that luckily doesn't track. Alright, I'm super slow here, so I'm going to use differential thrust to just roll the aircraft over and see if we got to min-range him, you know, so he can't shoot that second Fox 2 he's got. Now, as he crosses behind, I'm gonna reverse the turn here. Try to force that one circle. Alright, and if we can get him to cross the nose... I was hoping he would just fly through the tracers there. Okay, we did manage to luckily get him out in front. I have a Fox 2 shot here. I just gotta wait for the perfect moment here. And there it is. That's the turn reversal, Fox 2. That's exactly what I needed. Splash 1. Yeah, man, you cannot reverse in front of the nose like that. That was probably an attempt to nose counter. Like, obviously the cues were all wrong, you know. A turn reversal there to try to force the overshoot. Unfortunately, got himself killed for it. And, you know, I see comments where people are like, why do people keep reversing in front of the nose when they keep getting killed, like, round after round? Sometimes it's a panic move. You just don't know what else to do. And other times it's misreading of cues, you know? Because if the bandit crosses your tail at a high rate of speed, technically that's a reversal cue. You can reverse on him and force an overshoot. If you misread that cue or his, you know, his speed and, you know, all these factors that you... Maybe he's too far from you when he does it. You misread the cue. You can get yourself killed. What's going on here? Look at this. Okay, I took a couple of shots at him there. We've merged with an Apollo rocket. He's dumping fuel, and then his afterburner is igniting the fuel dump. So I mean, talk about asking for a Fox 2. I mean, this is the greatest Fox 2 signature you could ask for. But he is constantly getting lighter and lighter with this, so if I can just get a nice... he turned it off. So he probably dumped as much fuel as he wanted to dump, which means his aircraft might be like really light and maneuverable. Look at that. Roll over the top there. Whoa, almost shot me with guns. And he should be pretty slow now. Look at him falling out of the sky almost. If I can roll over behind him, we might have a very nice Fox 2 opportunity. There he is, flaring, realizing he's in trouble. If I can just get tone. Give me tone. Give me tone. Where's the tone? Give me tone. Fox 2. Fox 2 again. Whoa. That is one ferocious F-14. He really wanted that kill. The only reason I can think of where he didn't Fox 2 me as well is that he couldn't get tone. Well, that happens sometimes with the F-14. Sometimes she doesn't give you tone. You saw you and I had trouble getting tone there for a little bit, so that's also a factor that can really play a role in these kind of fights. The other really sad thing about these F-14s is the day that they retire, or unfortunately they crash due to no parts, you know, or they're cannibalized to keep other F-14s in the air. These are F-14s that actually have a very strong and unique combat experience. You know, these things have actually seen combat. They've killed many aircraft. You know, during the 1980 to 88 conflict with Iraq, Iran claims to have scored 160 kills with the F-14. A lot of those are actually confirmed. You know, I don't want to get into this whole, like, oh, they're lying here, they're lying there. Like, everybody's lying about everything at some point, you know? I don't want to get into the validity of statements, but it's the accepted number, at least, that I've seen is 160 kills. So, it's pretty impressive. In terms of seekers, I think the 9M Sidewinder and the Archer kind of have the same seeker head in terms of countermeasure resistance. Fox 2 from me, and from him I'm dropping all the flares. Oh my god, we're still alive. And there goes the F-14. And you know what the big problem here is? I'm low and I'm slow, and he's up top and he's about to throw his nose over and get towed probably. There's the Fox 2, it's tracking! Oh!
Engine fire.
Look at this, it hit. It hit me so hard that it put me into a flat spin. That's crazy. I think the Archer on the F-14 is actually more dangerous than the Sidewinder, if I'm being honest. It just feels like the missile tracks, you know, a little bit better. Maybe it turns a little better. You know, the 9M probably sees the aircraft the entire time, just like the Archer. It just can't turn with it. The Archer has absolutely no problem turning with you, so... Oh, wow. Tight merge there. One circle. You know what I mean? That's the thing with the 9M, is like when you're doing the 9M fights, you can actually almost treat it like a normal dogfight. You can go to the rate fight. As long as you're rating at your correct speeds, the missile probably can't turn with you. So you'll probably be safe. Unless, of course, the guy pulls lead and pulls you into the HUD and takes a shot at you. That's not going to hit. I can't even fire that. If I had an Archer, I would have shot it and it would have hit him. You know, that's an easy Archer kill. But, so that's the thing, like, he can treat me as just a normal dogfight. I have to try to jam his Wes, because his Archer, you know, if he can get his nose on, even, honestly, it feels like 40 degrees or something, he might be able to cue that Archer. And that's a problem. There's one he fired right there, luckily hit the ground. He's going to get a second shot here. I'm going to dump all the flares. Wow. That was so close. Let me tell you, I'm in big trouble here. Unless he's slow too. And then we might have something. If we can get to the rate fight. Oh, avoid his nose so he doesn't gun kill me. And let's turn it around, try to take him one circle. Oh, you hate to see it. That's a maneuver kill right there.